could this be the best free EA for small accounts? The Darkmoon EA is a free expert advisor from the MQL5 marketplace, created by the same developer behind the popular Dark Algo and Dark Bria EA, which I have already reviewed and are currently trading quite successfully. The Darkmoon has shown promising results in backtests, and it's time to see how it performs on a forward test. In this video, I'll set up a demo account to place the EA onto to see how it performs under real trading conditions. If it does well, I'll move it onto a live $200 account. Stay tuned until the end, and I'll not only show you the settings I changed to achieve the backtest results, I'll share the set file with you so you can test it too. Let's get going. So on my screen, you can see that we are on the MQL5 marketplace and we are on the expert advisors, and I have selected the free tab. So whenever I'm looking for a new EA to test or to try out, the first thing I look at is the reviews and the rating. So you can see that most of these are quite highly rated, some less, but while I was looking through it, I did notice the Darkmoon, and if we click on it, what you'll see that it has a very high rating. It's got a lot of reviews. It's got currently at the time of recording 265 reviews. And as I said, it's the same developer behind a number of other successful EAs that we have traded in the past. So I thought, why not? Let's give it a try. So I had a quick look through it and I had a look at some of the information that is available on the page, just in terms of the recommendations. So you can see that under the recommendation, that shows us the assets that it is recommended for, which is the euro dollar, the pound dollar, the Kiwi dollar, and the dollar Swiss franc. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to go to Blackpool Markets. And as many of you know, this is a broker that we have been trading for a very long time. Very, very happy with them. Very, very well regulated. If we go down to the bottom of the page, we can see the various regulations. Very well regulated, very competitive spreads and fees. They've got a number of trading platforms to choose from, and we always trade on MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5 because they are the most suitable for expert advisors. And then there are loads and loads of tradable assets, 26,000 according to their website, and leverage up to 1 to 500, which is really, really good, especially when you're trading with a grid system and you have a lot of margin available. So to open a demo account, I'm going to log in very quickly, and you can see that once you are on the client portal, it's super easy to open an account. I'm just going to click on create new demo account. It's going to be MetaTrader 5. The nickname I'm going to give it is, because we are trading the Darkmoon, I'm going to call it Darkmoon Demo. The account type, I'm going to make it standard. Okay, then we can just put in a password. And what's nice is you can actually create your own password, so it makes it easy to remember. Currency, we're going to leave it on dollar leverage. We're going to go with 1 to 100. And balance, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make it a small account of just $200, because as I mentioned, my plan is to run on a demo for a while. And if I get the results that I want, then I'm going to open a live $200 account. So I want to try and make my demo and live account results as similar as possible, and the best way to do that is to open them with the same amount. Right, so just click on submit, and there we go. We have our account and we have our account number, and what we're going to do is we're going to copy that. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is go to my VPS, and I've already downloaded a MetaTrader 5 platform from Blackpool. So what I'm going to do is just log in using the account number and my password. Let's click on login, paste the account number, put in the password. Okay, that's it, and we are logged in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open a euro dollar chart. Okay, as you can see, I've already downloaded the Darkmoon, but if you haven't, it's really easy to do it. All you do is in the navigator, you go to the market. Okay, you will need to log in, just use your MQL5 credentials, and then just go to experts, just do a search. And here you can put in Darkmoon, and there it is there. You just click on free and it will download once you put in your credentials. Okay, let's close this window and come back to our chart. Now, here's the Darkmoon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a quick backtest. So to do that, just right click on it and click on test. The backtester will pop up. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is select symbol. We're going to leave it on euro dollar. And here you can try a number of timeframes to see which gives you the best results. Let's start with M15. What we're going to do is we're going to just do it for the last 1 year, because I want to see how it performs in the most recent market conditions. Let's do a 10 millisecond delay. I think it's quite realistic. We're going to do modeling every tick. Deposit 200. If you click on the inputs, this is where you can change the inputs. And as you change them and run your backtest, you'll get different results. Okay, so let's click on start. And if we click on the graph, we can see it is going up very nicely. So this is a $200 account. And you can see that there it goes. In July, the account actually blew. So what this shows us is that these settings are not ideal. Even though it was looking really good for a long time with very, very small drawdowns, at the end of the day, it did blow the account. And that is always a risk with the grid system. And you need to play around with the settings until you find a backtest that works for you, that works within your risk tolerance and doesn't blow the account, of course. Now, guys, I have actually already played around with a number of the settings in the past. So just to save time, I'm going to go back to inputs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click. I'm going to click on load. And incidentally, once you find inputs that you're happy with, you can just click on save and then you can save it as a set file. And when you import the EA back onto your chart, you can just load the set file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do exactly that. I'm going to right click, I'm going to click on load, and I'm going to do the $200 set file that I have already created. I'm going to click on open. I'm going to go to the settings as well here, and I'm going to put this on H1 because that is where I found the best results. Let's click on H1 and then we're going to click on start. Okay, once again, let's go check out our graph and see what it's doing. You can see that now we have run our backtest. We do have slightly larger drawdowns, but the account is still overall quite profitable. It's around about 330, I would say. So let's go back to the backtest results. And what we can see is that our gross profit was $233, which remember it was a $200 account to start with. So well over 100% there. However, our total net profit is 130. So that's about 65%. Which is pretty decent in a year, I would say. It is, however, important to note that we did have a balanced drawdown of 10% as a maximum. So this probably wouldn't be suitable for any kind of prop trading. And I wouldn't recommend using it on a prop firm anyway, because it is a third-party EA and, most prop firms don't allow that. If we look at the equity drawdown, you can see that we did have quite a large drawdown. The maximum was 40%, but it did recover. So on a live account where you have the margin available, that's really not a problem. So what we're going to do now is we are going to close our tester. Okay, we are going to make sure that our chart is on H1 where it is. First thing and the most important thing to do is enable algo trading. And then what we're going to do is we are going to simply click on the EA, drag it onto our chart, make sure that obviously allow algo trading is checked. We're going to go to inputs, we're going to click on load, and there I'm going to load the set file that I saved from earlier. Click on OK, and that's it. You can see that the blue hat is up in the corner, the EA is attached to the chart, and it is working. Now, if you want to learn more about how to select the right EA, adjust settings to suit your trading style and goals, practice on demo accounts, and ensure you always trade with a trustworthy broker, you know what to do. Okay, so now that our EA is attached, what you can do if you want to, just to make double sure, just right click on the EA again, click on test, make sure that you are still running the inputs that you wanted. So you can just click on load once again, just load the set file just to be absolutely sure. Go to settings, make sure you're on H1, same as your time frame. Then we're going to go to backtest. We're going to go to graph. We're going to click on start once again, and you can see that we have basically exactly the same equity line, the same equity drawdowns, but overall a really, really profitable strategy. Looking at the chart, this was the drawdown that we saw, that 10% drawdown, but it did recover, and that's the most important thing. All right, so we're going to close that and we're going to just let the EA do its thing. What you might notice from time to time is that you do have a number of windows that are open that you haven't actually opened. These are just from the backtest. You don't need these, you can close them. They just take up resources unnecessarily. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to close all of these, and that's it. My EA is on, it is trading, and hopefully I'll get the results that I'm looking for. And that's it. Now we'll let it trade for a while in the demo account. If it does as well as it did in the back test, I will open a small $200 live account and move it in there with the same settings. I'll leave the link to the robot and Blackpool down below in the description so you can open a demo or live account and do exactly what I did in this video. Thanks for watching, and before you go, check out this video where I shared my results using the dark rear and EA from the same developer. I'll see you soon, and trade safe.